Let me just make sure everything is all right. So, hi guys. In case anybody can see me, so this is my first time actually live. So normally, you guys know we have the Contrast podcast. I usually go live with Deli B from Molly Town or Deli B Mo. But today, okay, awesome. The sound is perfect. But today, Deli B is on vacation, so I didn't just want to leave this Monday go without going live. So I'll be going live and we're just basically going to be catching up on what's happening in the entertainment industry. And then you guys are going to tell me like what do you want us to talk about? As usual. Hi, welcome to the live stream. So as usual, so this is going to take the contrast podcast format, but it's not going to be a contrast podcast like you see the thumbnail, everything is different. But it's going to take the contrast podcast format where you guys will tell me like what do you want us to talk about, but then again, I'm going to also put out some topics there, what I want to talk about, and what has been happening in the entertainment industry, how I feel about it all. Then probably I'll be reading some updates from people in the entertainment industry, things that have been said. I know a recent video was shared by 237 Showbiz where they were talking about what were they even talking about? Is it Mings and what's his name? Mystique. Mings and Mystique, they're having some back and forth. Yeah, so we might also talk about that and all that good stuff. So just a moment, let me share this live right now. Let me just share this. Um okay. Okay. Okay, awesome. So let's get to it. So this is also going to help me. There are a lot of things which happen in the entertainment industry, but I don't get to talk about them because, with this YouTube thing, it's different from a blog because with a blog you just have to either you're taking the screenshot and sharing it or whatever. But with YouTube is I have to get the content. I have to either you're writing a script for the content or you're doing freestyle or whatever. Then after that, you edit the content. So there's all of that goes in play, right? So it's difficult for me to talk about everything that's happening in the entertainment industry. I might get to hear about something, but I really need to prioritize, especially when you don't really have a lot of working force. So it's like, what am I prioritizing? What am I talking about? So in case you're here, just say hi. Just say hi. Let me just know where you are and where you are watching from. So just let me know. So I'm a little bit nervous. I'll just start by saying that because this is my first time being live alone. So normally I have Daily B from Molly Town where we talk, talk back and forth and yeah, so it's easier that way when you have somebody to talk to. But now it's like I'm just talking to the camera. So it's kind of like what am I talking to? Hi, Mamadou. Hi. So, you guys just let me know what has been happening at your end in the entertainment world. What would you like us to talk about? But before we go to talk about what you guys want us to talk about, let's start by talking about something which was shared by one I think he's a host. He's a host in the entertainment industry. His name is Dolafe Valerie. So he shared this on his Facebook page. I just want us to talk about it because this is something that affects everybody in the entertainment industry. Many people get hi, thanks for tuning in. So just let me know where you're watching from. Just let me know where you're watching from. Is it from Sierra Leone? Is it from Cameroon? Where are you watching from? And welcome to this live session. So if this goes well, I might do this more often, so because this is the first time I'm doing it, so I'm a little bit nervous and a little bit like, how is this going to go? I don't know how it's going to go. Is it going to go well? Is it not going to go well? So I'm a little bit nervous, but if this goes well, then we're going to do this more often. So I want to start off with this article from Dulafe Valerie, where he was talking about entertainers. A lot of people get into the entertainment industry and most people struggle, mindful of the fact that the entertainment industry is not this straight path. A lot of people get into the industry not knowing like, am I going to succeed? If mostly okay, you're from Freetown. Hi, welcome to Chakara TV. So basically, I was talking about getting into the entertainment industry. A lot of people get into the entertainment industry. It's not a straight path. It's not like school that, after I get my degree, then I'm going to be this successful. I'm going to have this level of success if I have a master's, if I have a PhD. It's like one day you're successful, the next day you have a hit, the next day you're in all the television platforms. Your next day it's a hit, it's a success, and everything like that. So, but with the entertainment industry, like I said, it's no straight path. It's like this. So a lot of people get into the entertainment industry and they don't really have their foot on the ground. So they really need help from friends. So before I proceed with my thought, let me see. Medu is saying Sierra Leone, nice one, keep it up. Thank you, thank you. I'm happy you think it's a nice one. Like I'm really, like I said, I usually have a partner which I do this with. So it's like conversation, and I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Right now, I'm just seeing myself, just myself, and it just seems like I'm talking to myself. So, one, thanks for the encouraging words. I really needed them. So I was talking about the entertainment industry. A lot of people get into the entertainment industry and they don't really have their foot on the ground. Mindful of the fact that the entertainment industry is very hard. So most of the time you need to rely on friends, you need to rely on family members to help you as you proceed, right? So why I'm saying this is just to lay down foundation to see where this TV host was coming from, because he made this article basically saying you need to not ask for help, because later in future people come and say, I helped you, I did this for you, I did this for you, and they throw shade at you. So let me just read what he said. So he said, let me be clear, entertainers, stop sleeping in people's houses. When you leave your town for another because of a show. Do not, I repeat, do not sleep in an organizer's house or a friend's place when you go for your show, no matter how close you are. Tomorrow, these same organizers, friends you didn't want to spend on a hotel bill, will be the first to mock at you. Some guy wey I be let it sleep for my house. Fidi, he use my water, dirty my bed sheet, sleep woman on top my bed, etc. If an organizer doesn't pay your hotel, bounce the deal. This goes this goes also to MCs, DJs, designers, actors, models, etc. If you really want to attend an event, budget for your hotel. They can't pay. So basically saying that if you're an entertainer and somebody is hiring you for a show, let the hotel bill be part of the budget. So you are not going in there like, let me do this, let me help this person as a friend. So I'm going to compromise my standards, because later on down the line, God forbid you both have a falling out, it's going to be, he slept in my house for free. He ate my food for free. It's not going to be, what did he do for you before you let him sleep in your house? So it's like caution out there. Let me see. Technology say, your vibes is the best, but can I get clarity about Salatiel and Bailey Gis? Because I was so upset about how people disrespected Salatiel and made it feel like he can really get Bailey. Salatiel is gentle. Okay, okay. Let me talk about this. So, foundation of this, Blanche Bailey, she announced she was pregnant several months back. She has already given birth, and a lot of speculation was like, who is the father of the baby? I guess we're on the same page. If I'm not on the same page, if I miss any step, any part of the conversation, just let me know. Right. So many people are speculating who is the father of the baby, who is the father of the baby. And now there's this blogger called Eswa Delis. She has a Instagram page titled Coffee with Delis, and she sent out several screenshots where she was talking about Salatiel being the father of Bailey's child, basically. So I was reading it. Honestly, I read this and I felt like it was like a far reach, and it felt so absurd, because she was also talking about Daphne Ngier Daphne Ngier, Salatiel, and Blanche Bailey being in a love triangle. And I'm like, really? It just, honestly, like listening to it, it felt so absurd for me. It felt like, it felt like a movie. It felt like this girl, she's taking the storyline out of a Nigerian movie to put out there. Like, since a lot of people believe Nigerian movies, so she's like, it felt like a Nigerian movie to me. It felt like things which somebody would write a script for and act, and people will watch. It felt so juicy to be real. So honestly, reading all of this, I felt like it was a reach, and I don't know. behind the scenes. You know, this with this showbiz where people could come in front and say, "Oh, we are good. Oh, we are friends. Oh, I support you. Oh, whatever." But behind the scenes, they are like, mm-mm, mm-mm. And behind the scenes, they might actually have this back and forth fighting with each other. So I don't know. I don't know how true the whole story is. But in front of the camera, what I see on social media is Salatiel being very cordial towards Bailey. I remember back, I don't know, this is back in April, so some months back when Salatiel commented on one of Bailey's posts when she was talking about the fact that she has not won any award because mindful of all the hits Blanche Bailey has had, she doesn't have any awards. So Salatiel was basically talking about Blanche Bailey was talking about the fact that she has not won any awards, but she was saying like awards don't mean anything. She has had this achievement and this achievement. Basically, like kudos to herself, right? Clapping for herself for all her achievements. And then Salatiel commented on that, saying something about like something like awards don't mean anything or something like that, something in that line. Then Bailey misinterpreted him and she threw shade back at him, right? And a lot of people were like, okay, Bailey, you misinterpreted him. But Salatiel still went on and apologized to Bailey, like, I'm very sorry. I'm even presently helping her with her album which she's working on and all that good stuff, right? So it was the public apology and we are still working together and that's it. Everything is cordial, right? Then with the Daphne situation is Daphne, even under the post where Blanche Bailey was like presenting to the world her baby boy Jaden, and Daphne commented on that, was like Hebrew woman, and she was very supportive about the whole thing. And every time you see these two ladies, it's always hugs. And so then again, I will say this again, like with entertainment, well, you never know. It might be hugs in front of the camera, but behind the scenes is we're not talking to each other, we are fighting for somebody and or whatnot. Then you have Salatiel, who is also a married man. I think Salatiel is a married man. He's not very public about his private life. He trying to keep that on the low, so we don't really know much about his private life. But I believe he's a married man, and he's even a father of two kids. Yeah, so there's that. So there are a lot of things which we see in front of the camera which makes it very hard to believe the whole news of Salatiel being the father of Blanche Bailey or whatever. So far none of them have even like responded to any of it. I don't know if there has been any response. If there's been any response, you guys just let me know. But so far none of them have responded to any of the rumors, and it's just something which probably over time is just going to go down and nobody's going to think about it. Then about Daphne again, Daphne is engaged. Few months back, we saw Daphne. I think it was Better Things that first put out the video out there, where the video of Daphne getting engaged. She's happily engaged. On her Instagram page, whenever she puts out like, Daphne always has like this jaw-dropping pictures. Whenever she puts out these jaw-dropping pictures, you see her fiance commenting on that, and yeah, and they are always being flirty in the comment section and stuff. So Daphne is happily engaged. She has even tweeted about being in a relationship, tweeted about real love. I remember when she was talking about she never knew something of I didn't know about real love till I found real love, something in that light, that giving advice to people out there about real love. So Daphne is engaged. Daphne is happily engaged. So that's one thing which made me feel like the whole Dilly story was also a reach. So there are a lot of things which, when you look at them, a lot of things which we know and have confirmed about the three parties involved, which when you put all of them together and you're like, I think this is a reach. I don't know. I don't know what to think about the authenticity of it all. But seriously, putting everything together, I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. And it's true, Salatel is really gentle. He's a very gentle person. But I would end by saying that it's entertainment. He can be one thing in front of the camera, but behind the camera, he is, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know Salatio personally. I don't know these people personally. But personally, I feel like it's a reach. I feel like those things were not true. But I don't know these people personally. So yeah, I guess that's my point of view of it all. Yeah. Okay, so another thing that has been happening in the entertainment industry is Biggie 237. And last time I think it was doing the Contrast podcast and it was on Daily Bimo. We're talking about Biggie 237 and how a lot of people are throwing shade to Biggie 237, mindful of the fact that this is just a baby organization and the most of the hate, most of the shade is coming from neighboring Nigeria. So we know simultaneously neighboring Nigeria, they are having Biggie Niger. So a lot of shade is coming from neighboring Nigeria. Like I don't know. I feel like Nigerians are feeling like, oh, Cameroonians, they want to show that they can also do it. Where you know the feeling of, okay, you're a big sister and you do something, and then your little sister wants to do it, then you gang up with your friend to laugh at your little sister, like, look at what she's doing. She feels like she can step up to whatever. And it even made Biggie 237 even made it to the Paramount Mock News. So this is a YouTube channel. I don't know if it's just an online channel or it's offline too, but I watch it just on YouTube. So he even made it to that YouTube channel. He was talking about it. He was like, Biggie, what was that caption? It was like, Biggie Cameroon house on fire, caught fire or something. So there was this explosion. And several housemates ran. And then you know the way this guy says his things. He was like, this when the explosion happened, people almost ran and left the country and something like that. And then there have also been these videos circulating around of Biggie saying funny things, basically like housemates, if you take two meats, you should leave the house, or housemates, you guys are eating too much, something like that. And he was like, if you're not ready to have Biggie, if you're not ready to have a big brother house, don't have it. And he even called the president like, Bia, if your people are not ready to have a big brother house, they should not do it just because Nigeria is doing it or something like that. But I feel like I know the start was really rocky. The start was a really rocky one, and a lot of people had mostly negative things to say about the way it all began. But gradually, I would say Cameroonians have been very supportive. People are very enthusiastic about it. Just a few minutes ago, I saw they have started voting a few hours ago. So voting has started, and all housemates are under eviction. All housemates are under eviction. I hope I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So there's a number which you could go to. Hi, welcome, Claudette. Welcome. So for all of you who are just joining, so basically what's happening is Daily B is presently on vacation. I'm like, it's Monday. We are supposed to be live. Let's not just leave the slot open. So it's not a contrast podcast because contrast podcast has two parties. If those two parties are not around, it's not a contrast podcast. It's something else. So that's why I didn't title it contrast podcast, because it's not. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just catching up with the things that are happening in the entertainment industry. We're just talking about them and seeing where the conversation goes. Yeah. So I was on Biggie 237. So Biggie 237, if you have a favorite contestant, if you're following up, you have a favorite contestant, you can now go and vote for the favorite contestant. They say you can vote multiple times. So yeah, go check that out. I think it's incredible. So one of the Biggie participants, Brown Sugar. So Brown Sugar's mom needs to undergo surgery. So a lot of attention is being given to it, and a lot of Cameroonians are willing to support. I even heard there's a doctor based in the States who is willing to, I don't know, support in one way or another. A lot of participants, Cameroonians, are willing to put in their support to help Brown Sugar's mom with the operation. And then this guy made this comment saying hashtag Biggie237. Brown Popsy, so it's not Brown Sugar, I guess it's Brown Popsy, comes from a difficult background, agreed, but that should not be a privilege. Let everyone compete fair and square. Okay, so over the past few days, Brown Popsy has been getting a lot of attention due to the struggle which his family faces. So I guess some people feel like he's getting a lot of attention, and this might be unfair to the other participants who are not getting similar attention, and they're feeling like, you know what, it's true he has this tough upbringing, this tough background where he comes from, but they feel like the other participants too deserve to have their attention. Yeah. So if you're just joining us, just say hi. And basically we're talking about the things happening in the entertainment industry. So let us know what you like. Let me let me know what you would like me to talk about. I'm used to saying let us because there's always two of us on this platform. So yeah, so that's it in the entertainment industry. Like I said, Mings and why do I always forget this guy's name? Mystique the Charismatic, Mings and Mystique the Charismatic. They have some back and forth. There's even a video which was recently uploaded by 237 Showbiz. So it's a video of Mystique the Charismatic calling out Mings for something which he did. I don't know what he did, but yeah, I guess if I watch the video, I'll know what he did. So I might talk about that later. So since we also have a lot of Sierra Leoneans, yeah, we have also been having a lot of tweets from Cal De Niro. So let me just pull up some Cal De Niro tweets. I'll say Cal De Niro has been stepping up his game in the fashion sense, right? He has been stepping up his game and he has been showing a lot of tweets which some people might consider like shade, tweets which some people might consider like shade, but I just feel like, you know, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. He has never been afraid to call out people when he feels like he wants to call out somebody. He's not afraid. Like it's like if a Sakodi or if it's Jovi or if it's Calligraph Jones or whoever says something or does something which he feels like, you know what, this doesn't sit right with me and I need to call you out. He doesn't say that guy from Kenya, that guy from Ghana. No, he's like, you calls your name. You did this. You said this. Don't do this. Don't disrespect me like this. So yeah, so there was this tweet where he said, call it cloud chasing or whatever may have you. All I'm saying is I want in and I'm getting mines by any means. So a lot of times when he does his diss tracks, a lot of people see like his cloud chasing. His cloud chasing. Why are you calling Sakodi's name? Like I know every video, I'll not say every video, but most videos when I put a Cal De Niro video, Cal De Niro Sakodi video, a lot of people who come in the comment section is always, why is he calling Sakodi's name? He's cloud chasing, he's doing this, he's doing that, and all that stuff. Yeah. So and I like the fact that he is owning it. He's like, call it cloud chasing, call it whatever you may. All is that I'm getting in by any means possible. Yeah, I just like when somebody is confident enough to be like, you know what, that's my hustle. That's what I do. You might like it, you might not like it, you might call it whatever name. Is what I'm doing, and it's getting the numbers, it's getting the results. So I keep doing it. So I like the fact that he's very confident about that. And another tweet which he shared is, am I wrong for claiming that what's rightfully mine? Nothing's personal, guys. Forget the country you're from and the support system you possess. Let's focus on the body of work and craft, guys. Africa, De Niro got something to offer, and that's pure dopeness. So this is another thing which he always says, and he has been very vocal about that. Even in the interview which we did, in his songs, he always talks about some parts of Africa feeling like, okay, we have the numbers and we have the population, and we don't need this other parts of. Not like saying we don't need the other parts of Africa, but we don't feel like you guys can contest with us because we are at the top. So, and the smaller guys feeling like we are left behind. So the smaller guys feeling like it's like it's full. The house is full, the door is closed, we're not letting you guys in. So that's the feeling the smaller guys feel like. So when I say smaller guys, I'm talking about countries like I'll start by saying Cameroon. Cameroon, so it's one of those guys who I remember some months back we had a Cameroonian presenter going to Nigeria, and when she was asked about the Cameroonian entertainment industry, and she said, Cameroonian entertainment industry is a baby industry, and a lot of Cameroonians, she got a lot of backlash for that. But there's some truth in what she said, because first of all, the host of the show was like, is there an entertainment industry in Cameroon? So and I'm like, it's only Nigerian hosts who can feel very comfortable to say that about another African country, because that feeling of we are at the top and we don't care about the little guys, or the little guys are insignificant, or the little guys you guys cannot get in, basically. And that's the very thing that very mentality translates to the shade they are throwing to the Cameroonian big brother like Biggie 237. It just translates, that same mentality translates to it. So so basically what I was driving to is Cal De Niro having the whole mindset of, you know what, you guys don't want to let us in through the door, we're going to get in through the window. But either ways, we want to get in, and it's not like we are asking for permission. Like, are you guys going to let us in? No, no. It's like we are getting in by any means possible. We are getting in. So is it a diss track? Is it a calling you guys out or whatever? We are going to be let in. And I feel another thing which he also says, which I feel like is a good strategy, is of these little guys coming together, teaming up together. That's why I'm like, I like the fact that a lot of Sierra Leoneans are on this platform. I like the fact that it's a lot of Sierra Leoneans being on this platform is like Cameroon and Sierra Leone teaming up together. It's like we're the little guys, we are teaming up, and we also have Liberia. Hi. So we also have Liberia teaming up, coming to join the team. And it's like these are all small countries, but we come together and we have like one big country, United States of Africa. It's true, like United States of Africa to include the big guys, the Nigeria, the Ghana, the Kenya, and all those other people, the South Africa. But if it takes the smaller guys really seeing the necessity in it, the necessity in the union, if it takes these smaller guys first coming together, then the bigger guys start seeing like, you know what, I think we should get on board. They're already doing it. I think we should get on board. So if it takes the smaller guys first coming together, then the bigger guys seeing it and getting on board, then I guess that's the way we're going. So like how the Neuro says, we're getting there any means possible. Any means possible, we're getting there. Yeah, it's not we don't have the codes to get in at the door, then you say, okay, you guys cannot get in at the door. Then we're like, okay, if you say so, that's not the mindset. Yeah. So that is the Cal de Noor update. Let me see. I think I saw another tweet which I felt like it was kind of interesting. I know Cal de Noor has a project coming up. So who got the whole Africa buzzing? Yeah, he has a project coming up too. Yeah, I think he has a project coming up too. It's a village boy running the city now. Yeah, yeah. So I think strategy is working for Cal. Yeah, I think so. I think the strategy is definitely working for Caldeno, right? I think the whole this strategy, and a lot of people will see Caldeno and say he's a diss rapper. I like the fact when he dropped the lost tapes. The lost tapes, it takes you back for you to know that this guy, although you're seeing him, he got on a red eye because he dissed your favorite rapper. He has been in this game, and he has not just been in the game doing mediocre things. He has been in the game doing real things which up to today you can still listen to and nod your head to. Mohammed is saying that's why we in Sierra Leone we go give up in the support your King Carl to take over Africa. Yeah, definitely. Like if it's a king taking over Africa, if it's a king taking over Africa whose goal is to unite Africa, whose goal is to have a Pan-African mindset, whose mindset is not my own, whose mindset is not I'm going to support if only it's my own. I remember sometimes back there was this Nigerian DJ who said Cameroonians should be playing just Cameroonian songs because in Nigeria they play just, I think it's 99.9 or something of percent of just Nigerian songs, and he was basically telling Cameroonians to do the same. And I'm like, I get it, I get wanting to promote your own, but I also see the need in promoting your own, not just your own country, but your own, like thinking of Africa, the United States of Africa. So what I'm driving to is if we have a king, if we have somebody at the top who has the mindset of I don't care how small you are, I don't care how accomplished you are, or how unaccomplished you are, or how much you need to learn, or how far you need to go. I still think you deserve to be heard. You deserve to be your sound needs to be put on the table. If you have a king who has that mindset, then I think it's not just going to be a king thinking of just Sierra Leone or just Cameroon or just Ghana or just Nigeria. It's going to be a king thinking of Africa in a whole. Yeah, because the United States of Africa, that's the way to go. Yeah, that's the way to go. So I guess that's it. I'm almost It's only like 30 minutes now. It's almost been 30 minutes that I've been live and we have been going on strong. I didn't think I'll last this long, honestly. I didn't think I'll last this long. It's different when you have somebody to talk to. So the conversation is prolonged. He has his ideas, I have my ideas, and it goes like that. But this is just me now having ideas. I have to just think on my own and I don't have a break. You know, when you're talking to somebody, it's like, okay, while he's talking, you're thinking of something, but no time to think. It's just me just talking all through, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I didn't think I'll go this long, but thank all of you guys for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the interactions in the chat. If it was just my ideas, just what I came here to say, I wouldn't have made it this long. Definitely wouldn't have made it this long. It's because of what you guys were saying, and I just dog off what you were saying and just bailed on it and kept on talking. Yeah. So Chakra TV, what Caldero is saying is true. They want to monopolize the game within their countries. So that is the fight between Caldero and the other Sakodi, MI and Calligraph and the others. Yeah, that's true. It's it's like it's like most of these countries, I feel like they want to make the entry in their country. It's like if you don't appeal, because this is how it feels like now. If you don't appeal to the Nigerian market, then you have not yet conquered Africa. If you don't appeal to the Ghanaian market, then you have not yet conquered Africa. That's the feeling you get. It's like the door is in their countries. So it doesn't matter how the number of following you have in Cameroon, you have in Sierra Leone, you have in whatever African country you come from. If you don't appeal to those big market, if you don't appeal to their market, then they don't yet regard you as you are in the game. Take for example a rapper like Cal Denero, who has been in the game for so long, so many years, right? And he has not just been in the game doing mediocre thing. He has been in the game doing incredible work. He has been in the game putting out good content. But a lot of these rappers still look at him, and I remember doing the interview I had with Cal Denero, and I think I don't think I asked him about this, but I think the topic just went around this of these rappers who he has this not wanting to respond. And he was saying many of them don't want to respond because they are feeling like, nah, we don't want to give him the time. He's not up to our level. We don't think he deserves our response. Come on now. Like, this is somebody who has been doing it and not doing it at any level, but doing it well. But you feel like just because he is not a Ghanaian, or he has not gotten to the Nigerian market, or he has a huge fan base in Sierra Leone, which is not one of the countries you consider. Just because of those reasons, you feel like, nah, he's not what me responding to. He's not what me responding to. So for me, it's kind of absurd. It's really kind of absurd. Thank you too. Hi, Ndike. Hi, welcome. So today, this is the contrast podcast format we're handling right now. So Delibi is presently on vacation, so I just have to do it like this. But it's not contrast podcast, because contrast podcast we need two people. I love listening to you because I learn a lot. Thank you very much, Claudette. Thank you. I didn't actually think I'll be saying a lot. I didn't actually think there'll be any value in what I'll be saying today, if I'm being honest, because I was like, this is the first time I'm going live and I don't really have much to say. I don't really know what value what I'll be saying would provide, but you guys gave me things to talk about, and thank you guys very much for that. So basically what we're talking about throughout all this episode, and among other things, but one of the key things which we really spoke on is the whole need for a united Africa, and the whole need of somebody being at the top, somebody who doesn't just think of my country alone, but somebody who thinks of Africa as a whole, somebody with the Pan-African mindset, And I think it takes being somebody from a region where you are regarded as an underdog to have that kind of mindset, because it's most of the times when you come from a place of luxury, when you come from a place of luxury, from a place of I already have the views, I already have the fame, I already have the money, it's difficult to understand the plight of the underdog. It's difficult to understand the need for a change, because in French we say on ne change pas l'équipe qui gagne. It's like we don't change the winning team. So most of these people, right, from Nigeria or Ghana or South Africa, they don't feel like anything needs to change because they are winning. Why would a Nigerian feel like something needs to change? Why? Why would they think they need something needs to change when they already having the money, they have the fame, and they have all you can desire as an artist. They have the big record labels coming to sign Nigerian Sony and all the like. Why would they think they need a change? Yeah, so it takes somebody who comes from this place of need, the place of underdog, to take the lead in this change. Let me see. Abubakar, you said, take take a look to King B, who never know we never knew King B, but now because of the unity of Cal, now we are listening to him. Now in France, this is the way we want the game to be. Thanks. Exactly, exactly. And one thing I would say about Sierra Leoneans is the open-mindedness, is the will to embrace people. Because I'll tell you, I remember doing the interview with King B. He said it, and he has been confirmed. He has more of a following in Sierra Leone than in Cameroon. He has more of a following in Sierra Leone than in Cameroon. So it's the way Sierra Leoneans even support King B is like supporting their own. It's like, it's not like, okay, let's just support this foreign artist because he collaborated with one of our top artists. It's like, this is our brother. This is, we have, I feel like the Sierra Leoneans have just adopted King B. Like, this is our person. He's ours now. Because like you go to his comment section, it's just Sierra Leoneans, Sierra Leoneans, Sierra Leoneans showing so much love, pushing out his content out there. It's like, we are not just supporting you because of Carl De Niro. No, even things which don't link to Carl De Niro, they still support. It's like, it's so crazy and it's just amazing. And that's the kind of mindset we need for good. It's not, I will support you because you're my brother, because we have the same surname, or because we are from the same country, or because we speak the same language. Is your music is dope, we vibe with you, and we're going to support you to the ends of the world. There is the Bow Wow model and the Jay-Z model. Time will tell who is who. Okay, let me think about that. The Bow Wow model and the Jay-Z model. The Bow Wow model and the Jay-Z model. Could you explain? I'm trying to think about it. Could you expatiate about that? Yeah, the Bow Wow model and the Jay-Z model. Is it in terms of starting your own record label, and the model of starting your own record label, doing your own thing and going from there, and then the model of being signed by somebody else? Okay. So I remember, if you could just explain that a little bit, what the distinction. What's that distinction? Is it the model of Jay-Z starting his own thing, the Rock Nation, and building from there, then Bow Wow, who didn't start his own thing, but he had to grow under somebody? So true. We need light to shine on all parts of Africa, so true talents will get their shine. Exactly. Exactly. So true talents can get their shine. Exactly. If there are really talented people in a certain region of Africa, but there's no light shining on that region of Africa, so this talent is not even seen. If all the spotlight is being focused on just one region, it means in that region everything shines, be it mediocre, be it top talent, be it whatever, everything shines. But there are people in other regions of Africa who are even more talented than these other people, but just due to the fact that they don't have this light shining on them, then you have they are never heard, they are never seen. Yeah. Hi, I'm from Salome. Hi. So you're welcome. You're welcome. So we're basically just talking about the United States of Africa. This is what this conversation has gotten into. We're talking about the United States of Africa, Africa having a united voice, especially in the entertainment scene, since Chakara TV is around the entertainment world. So this United States of Africa, we will all agree that it's not just going to help the entertainment scene. It's definitely going to help all different regions of Africa. So yeah, but we are talking mostly about the entertainment scene and the Carl De Niro effect. I would say the Carl De Niro effect, honestly, because it's like him dissing other rappers or collaborating with rappers from different countries has introduce his audience to people from different countries, and people from different country being introduced to him due to some the moves which he's making, which I would say definitely it's a Pan-African move. Definitely it's moves which goes a long way to push forward the United States of Africa cause. Yeah. So I'm still waiting on an explanation on the Jay-Z model and the Bow Wow model. Yeah. So before we round up with that. So yeah, so we have been going for more than I thought. Like I said, we've been going for longer than I thought. And thank you guys very much. Thank you for putting forward the topics for me to talk about. And shout out to all the Sierra Leoneans, Freetown, Salome. Like, shout out to you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys really are very supportive group of people, and you don't care about. And the funniest thing is, I hear um artists from other regions of Africa. I hear artists from other regions of Africa when they are talking about their following, and they're like, my highest amount of following is from Sierra Leone. A lot. I've listened to a lot of interviews, and it was like my highest amount of following is from Sierra Leone. It's like Sierra Leoneans are just spreading the love. The love is just being spread. The love is just being spread. Yeah, it's incredible. 90% of we don't understand Sarkozy's rap, but King B sounds so nice in English. So now we are opening a fan base for King B now in France, and we, the fans, are ready to support and the others. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that Sarkozy's rap, right? Nine, it's true. 90% of us don't understand it. I even feel like it's a greater percentage because that I don't get anything Sarkozy says. I don't get anything he says, but we vibe to it. It's good music. It's good melody. So we nod our head. It's a good flow. We nod our head and we vibe to it, right? Yeah. So and I've heard African rappers being called out for singing in English. King B said it during the interview. A lot of people are like, why are you not singing in Boko? Why are you not singing in your dialect? Why are you not singing in broken English? A lot of African rappers are being called out for not being original enough, for not sticking to their roots, for being Western, for singing in English, which many say it's a borrowed language, which it is. Yeah. So for me, I would say I don't have any I don't have anything against a rapper singing in English. I don't have anything against a rapper expressing himself in whatever language he finds most comfortable in. He finds most comfortable too, right? So I really don't have any issue with that. But I would say it's true. Having an identity, having your own thing when people hear a certain flow, a certain way of flowing, a certain style, a certain rhythm, a certain language, and say, oh, this is from this region. Or I understand that. And sometimes when I hear people singing in their dialect, I'm like, wow, I like that. I admire that. But then again, I would say there's also a value in singing in a language which not just people from your region can understand, not just people from your niche can understand, but people from the world in a whole, right? So you're not making music just for Africans. You're not making music just for Ghanaians. You're not making music just for Cameroonians. You're making music for the world. Except you want to limit yourself and say, I'm making music just for my village people. No, no, and that's why it's difficult in Cameroon to say I would sing just my dialect, because in Cameroon we have over 50 dialects, over 50 plus traditional languages. So if you're singing just for the people in your village, you're singing for less than 10% of the population in your country, not to talk about the international population. So a rapper singing in dialect can pass in a country like Ghana, where they don't have, I don't know how many traditional languages they have in Ghana, but I feel like it's very few. It could be one or two. Yeah, I don't want to say anything because I'm not very certain about that. But I don't think they have much. I think they have like one or two traditional languages in Ghana. So it's easy to sing in a dialect in Ghana because you're singing in a dialect that more than 50%, if not more than 80% of the population understands you. They know what you're saying, right? So it's easy to be successful if you sing in a dialect in a country like that. But if you come from a country like Cameroon and you sing in your dialect, less than 5% of the population will understand you. So it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. So I understand where rappers like King B come from when they're like, I'm going to do it in English. English is the language I'm comfortable in. I will say you cannot sing in English and still put in your spice there, which makes it something new. You can sing in English. If I hear King B singing, I know this is King B because he has his voice, he has his vibe, he has his rhythm. There are a lot of things which you can put in your music style which says you other than the language. So like I really don't have anything against him singing in English. And I feel like it's incredible. It's not, you're not just like, look at, he has a lot of following now from Sierra Leone, and you say a fan base being created in France. Would he, I don't think he would have been able to get this same amount of reach, especially for a start, because King B, relatively to other rappers in Cameroon, he is still getting in the game. Relatively to other rappers in Cameroon, he's still getting in the game. So for a start, to get to the level where he's at right now, if he was singing in a language which less than 2% or less than 5% of the population understand, I don't think he would have gotten the same amount of reach. Yeah, so I really don't have anything against it. I know he said there are a lot of people who give him grief for singing in English, his rap style, they say he's not Cameroonian and all that, but I really don't have anything against it. And I think it works for him. It works perfectly well for him. So he should keep doing what he does. So if the smaller countries work together, they will get the bargaining power they need. So true. So true. If the smaller countries work together, we will definitely get the bargaining power needed. It's like if an artist is coming with a strong backing, not just from Sierra Leone, not just from Liberia, not just from Cameroon. It's like I'm coming with a strong backing for all this West African or this African countries. Like I'm coming with the backing from Cameroon, Liberia, Sierra Leone, is it Congo or it's Benin? I'm trying to think of small countries in Africa, Burkina Faso. I'm just like, if I'm coming to the table with this backing, because like if we think about it, right, it's true the population in Nigeria is big, but the population in Nigeria put against the population in the rest of Africa is not bigger. Nigeria does not have 50% of the population in Africa. That's what we should just put out there. Nigeria does not have 50% of the population in Africa. Neither does Ghana. Neither does Ghana and Nigeria combined. No. Ghana and Nigeria combined, they don't have 50% of the African population. So I would say if you want to give them a percentage, there's still a 70%, or there's still a, let me say a 60, let me not be too ambitious. There's still a 60%, or there's still a 50, let's just say 50. There's still a 50% out there which could be made use of. There's still a 50% out there which could come together and have a better bargaining power. Mind you, even a 40% of the percentage of Africa, if you're a rapper, you're an artist coming to the table with a 40% of the population of Africa, you still have a better hand. You still have a better standing. You still have more to offer. So it's like if all these smaller countries come together and you're an artist and you're able to get this traffic from all these different smaller countries and put together, and you have like a 40% of the African population backing your content, backing your work, pushing your content out there, definitely you're winning. Definitely you're winning. You don't even need these bigger countries again. And mind you, they will get on board. They will get on board when they see the amount of traction, the amount of attention you're getting. They will get on board. Like Cardinal getting the amount of percentage of attention his people, like right now, he's working on getting better internet to his fans out there, because that's one of the challenges he mentioned he has as an artist in a developing country where the internet connection is not the best, as a lot of his fans don't have access to internet. And now when people are looking at statistics, people are looking at numbers, they look at the online numbers, they don't care about the offline. It's like people on the ground do care about the offline concepts you feel and the offline attention you have, but people, especially in the international world and even on the ground, still do care about your online numbers. How many views are you having on YouTube? How many this, like how what engagement are you having to your content? But if you don't have that amount of number of fans online, then you will not have that amount of engagement. So basically what I'm just trying to say is, like, if you have somebody like Haldon or having a 40% of African backing, it might not even be from Nigeria or Ghana or whatever. He just has that amount of backing from 40% of African population from different African countries put together, even in small African countries. Sakute will respond. Calligraph Jones will respond. All these people will respond. They'll be like, okay, this guy has attention. This guy has attention. Let's respond. Okay, let me see. King B is a street soldier from Cameroon to Sierra Leone. These two rappers, they are coronavirus rappers killers. So why they don't want to call on the others to see the light? All we know is one Africa. Okay, okay, let me read this again. So these two rappers, they are coronavirus rapper killers. Okay, so so they kill coronavirus rappers. Okay, so that's why they don't want to call on the others to see the light. As we all know, is one Africa. Okay. Bow started as a kid and was shining at the time. People thought he will be a Michael Jackson, but Jay-Z blew up in his 30s, but had a sustainable business model, and we all have seen the empire he has. Okay, so let me first start with the first comment before I go to the second, right? So it's true. It's like when I am in the palace and I find gold and I don't want others to know I found gold, because I want to keep the gold to myself, because I don't want to share. Because if I tell other people there's gold, then they come and reduce my ration. That's, I feel like that's what a lot of these rappers from these other countries are feeling like. Like, I don't want people to come and know the tricks in the trade. I don't want to, like, for example, Carl Denero was talking about his collaboration he did with Sarkozy. Sarkozy never shared this collaboration. This is something, just a normal courtesy, which you need to do. Like, you're paid for a collaboration, you do a collaboration with somebody, dope collaboration, and then you don't share it, because I don't want to let you in. I don't want my fans to know about you. And that's it. It's like I said, like, you're found gold, you don't want to share, you don't want to reduce your ration. So now about the Bow Wow thing, and it's so true. This is the whole overnight success thing. It's like, or somebody going viral with one video. We have a lot of trends coming up. There are times when everybody's buzzing about a certain name, then after some years, if not months, then the name is forgotten and they move on to the next name. So it's always the strategy of, do you want to go the long-term strategy, or do you want to go the short-term strategy? On Chakara TV, our motto is, we are craziness with the strategy. Mind you, are definitely going the long-term strategy. It's not the it's true, sometimes you could do content and stuff for the short-term benefit, but you should always have that at the back of your mind, that you should always have that thought in the back of your mind, and that strategy which will last for a long-term period. It's not just going to be the one-time content kind of stuff. Yeah. So so look at like Bow Wow starting off. Everybody felt like, I remember Bow Wow, the time of Little Bow Wow. You just don't know. Everybody was dancing to Bow Wow. I remember even it was it Michael Jackson 50th anniversary. There's this concert, Michael Jackson concert, where Bow Wow stage. I think even like Lee Romeo staged during that concert, and everybody was buzzing. Everybody was Bow Wow all the way. Yeah. But look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z, a lot of people didn't even want to sign him. That's why he had to create his own record label. A lot of people believed in Bow Wow from the start. He had his record deal from the start. A lot of people believed in him from a very young age. Jay-Z, 30 years before he finally found success. 30 years of working and 30 years of denial. And it wasn't like, it was denial until then finally someday somebody said, okay, we're opening the door for you. No, it was him saying, you know what, I'm tired of denial. I have to open the door for myself. I have to open the door for me. And I just want to relate it to the very thing Carl Denero is doing. Like, it's like several years of his collaboration with Busy Signal, his collaboration with Young Time, collaboration with Sarkozy, collaboration with people from all these buzzing African countries, and even out of Africa. But then these people still looking at him and saying, no, you're not yet there. It's like still shutting the door. Then him saying, you know what, I'm opening that door and I'm getting there. Any means possible, we're getting there. It's the, I would liken it to the same thing like Jay-Z. It's like several years people turned Jay-Z down. It's like, you know what, any means possible, I'm getting there. So yeah. Technology says Carl and King B are playing the game well, but you know the Khmer terrain is really hard to penetrate. We are waiting to crown King B in Khmer after some juicy hits, but for now, yeah, mind you first, King B has not released any single. It's crazy to think about. He is getting this attention. He's getting this buzz, not local, not just local buzz, international buzz with no single of his own. Let me repeat that. No single of his own. None. He has freestyles on YouTube. He has a collaboration. He's still working on his own stuff. He's doing all this attention, getting a fan base in France, huge, highly committed fan base in Sierra Leone, international fan base. No single. No single. I want to say it several times so it sinks in. You know, like in Cameroon, we have been buzzing about Blanche Bailey, who has several hits, and presently she's working on her album. She doesn't yet have an album. And like, I felt like, okay, this is something that people have been talking about, like, oh, this is an abnormality. Normal people you have to be in the game for several years doing singles, then you have an album and stuff, and then that's when you blow, basically. Blanche Bailey was that abnormality at that time, but now the abnormality is King B. And Blanche Bailey got to, it was mostly the local market, and she people started talking about her, especially when she did the cover of Loco Sour Romance and stuff. Yeah, and it was mostly the local market. Getting to that international audience was when her hit started coming. That's when she got to that international audience. So King B is doing this, no hit, because he has no single of his own. I just want to say it again several times so it sinks in. Yeah, so I'm just saying, like you said, his flow is really incredible. So basically what I'm just saying is he has really gotten to a level which a lot of rappers still aspire to get to, with not really, and the little he has been able to put so far is already really impressive, that he has been able to do this much for him. So I'm just excited. I'm like, my hands are just like this, like just really excited, just waiting for him to put out the content. We are fingers crossed. I think it will be incredible, and I just feel like when he puts out this content, it will just be that next step he needs, to take his career even further. Yeah. So yeah, you playing the game well. Okay. So we don't disrespect the local diet, but when it comes to competition, some of us supposed to be listening to language that we can understand, to even not all the songs, but show some respect. King B. Okay, let me read this again. We don't disrespect the local diet, but when it comes to competition, some of us supposed to listen into language that we can understand too, even not all the songs, but show some respect. King B. So some people listen to music for the beat. They want to dance to it. Some people listen to music because, I want to have fun, I want to party, I want to feel good and stuff. Some people listen to music, especially rap music, right? It's true. I want to nod my head and I want to get the message. I want to, what's he saying? That punchline. Yeah, true. Like, people listen to rap music for that. So people want to understand. So it's like, you cannot just totally ignore the fact that people don't understand your music when you're singing music in a field where people love to understand. People want to get the punchlines. If you want to, when you see rappers put against each other, when you see rap top 10, a lot of people are like, okay, punchlines. Does he have good punchlines? His flow. So you cannot just ignore that sector of rap. You cannot just ignore. You cannot just tell a whole group of fan base to say, you know what, just listen to my flow. Just nod your head and just ignore the punchline. Just ignore what I'm saying. You cannot do that. Yeah. So I get it. Like I'm just agreeing with you. Like you could sing your dialect, one or two songs. You could sing your even 10 songs, but you should not have 80%, 90% of your song just being in your dialect, and we just have to vibe to it. But it's cool if that's what you want to do. And like I said, I understand a rapper doing that when you're coming from a country, when you have a huge fan base of people who understand the language, right? Like for example, Sakudi, which we have mentioned over and over again, he comes from a country where majority of the people understand the language in which he raps in. And I feel like that's his focus. That's the audience that got him to the world, and he feels like if he keeps on satisfying that audience, he's good. He's comfortable. He's good at that. Yeah. So I don't think Sarkodie is at the stage where he feels like he needs to expand to a different audience, go international, and speak to other Africans. It's like the fan base who got me to the world, and they are still getting me places. I'm good. Yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. Emmanuel says, yeah, Jay-Z was like, I like kick open like I will kick open that door. Cow is flying through the door with his mic in his hand. Exactly. Exactly. They were like, let me kick open the door. Then Cow is like, you know what? I'll fly through the door. It's like you don't open the door. I would out there are some Flash fans here. Like if you watch Flash, this superhero movie, how he like he can vibrate through solid. So the solid doesn't even need to be open. I'll just vibrate through the side, you know. Yeah. So it's like I really get that similarity. There's really a lot of similarity there. And Jay-Z was years and years of work, years and years of work, years and years of putting out content, but people feeling like, you know, that content, we don't just vibe to it, we don't just relate to it. Yeah. Yeah, like Drake and Nicki went global just with mixtapes, no single out. When he drops, they will know, so let him take his time, but also not let the hunger from the fans die down. That's true. That's so true because you could have mixtapes out there, you could have freestyles out there, and then you have gotten the fans excited, and then they wait for so long, and then they see nothing is coming, nothing is coming. They keep on waiting and nothing is coming, and they're like, you know what, probably nothing will ever come. Then that's when you're ready after a lot of time of waiting and people have given up on you or are putting out something, then that's when you're willing to put out something out there. Yeah, so it's like you timing is everything. Timing is everything. The fans are hungry right now. It's like a child was hungry for so long and you didn't feed the child. The child was thirsty for so long, then you didn't feed the child, give the child water. Then when the child is like, okay, I don't know, when or the child has gotten water from somewhere else, or the child has given up on you giving them water. So the child has turned their attention to somebody else to quench their thirst. Then he's like, okay, I have water for you. And the child like, first of all, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed that you didn't give me water when I asked for it. First of all, I'm annoyed with you. You didn't give me water when I asked for it, so I'm not getting your water anymore. So like, don't make fans be so. This, I guess, this is King B, right? Don't make fans hunger for the water, hunger for the food, and when they're already tired of waiting and turn their attention to something else, then you come and give them what they have been waiting for so long. So, but when I spoke to King B, he was like, he's presently working on it, and he already has some things that are ready, but he's just waiting for the right time to put it out there. So you guys just watch out for it. It's coming. So Daily B's, yeah, hey, how's vacation? How's vacation treating you? I have to send a short video for you to see what is happening in France. We are dancing to King B and Cow songs with the niggas, with white people in the clubs of tropical France. I said, this is This is something. This is really something. Yeah, definitely. You can send me the video. The email address is okay. I didn't put a description to this live video, so the email address will not be, yeah. But let me just type my the email address for Chakarat TV. So you just send it to me over there, Chakarat TV. So it's basically just chakaratTV@gmail.com. ChakaratTV@gmail.com. Yeah, that's it. So you could send it to me using that email address, chakaratv@gmail.com. I'll definitely want to see it. I'll probably even share it on Chakarat TV. So just send it to me. I might put it up on Chakarat TV. Jovi is about to start dropping. Are you excited? Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I am. I am excited, and also he has promised that one of his idols will be on this collaboration. And I would say this, and I think I've said it before. One of my one of my best Jovi songs. All of my best Jovi songs are mostly collaboration he does with people. I just feel like there's just something till date. Is a song he did with Echo Roosevelt. That's my best Jovi song till date. I'm telling you, till date, that's my best Jovi song. So I just like when Jovi does collaborations with other people, and he says one of his idols will be on this album. So that's the track I'm really looking forward to. So I know a lot of Mboko fans will be excited about that. So then he also said this is going to be his last album. So in case he was being honest, which I don't still believe him up to now, but if he was being honest, then I guess the bittersweet feeling, because you're like, we are happy you're dropping the album, but this is going to be the last one. So that kind of bittersweet feeling. So the sun is reflecting so terribly. Let me try to close this blind because the sun has just decided to start reflecting out of nowhere. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we're looking forward to Jovi. Let him drop the songs. Let's see. Definitely we'll be doing reviews to all of the songs on Chakarat TV. So watch out for that. Yeah. So Jovi, yes, but since that post from Stanley seeming like he tried to get to Jovi, I feel a kind of way, lost some respect for him, but if the songs are good, I will still enjoy. Okay. Now let me say something about Jovi. Jovi, I would compare Jovi to Burna Boy. I'll compare Jovi to Burna Boy because I do feel like Jovi and Burna Boy make people feel the same type of way. Just like Burna Boy, Jovi gets on people's nerves sometimes. Burna Boy gets on people's nerves. You see people bashing Burna Boy on Twitter. It's like a Burna Boy hate parade. But then he drops a song and all is forgiven. All is forgiven. People just start vibing to it, and it's like, you guys were just hating this guy the other day. You guys just cancelled him yesterday. That whole cancel culture thing. You're like, you guys just cancelled him yesterday, but now it's hashtag Burna Boy. Burna Boy killed the song, and it's the same thing. I believe it's the same thing with Jovi. It's like fans will be all, like Boko fans. I believe like people who like really Boko gang members don't really care about all these things. Like they'll support Jovi till death do us part. It's like, oh, Jovi slapped somebody. What did you do for him to slap you? Is that kind of relationship? That kind of craziness. It's like Jovi killed somebody. Why did you stand in front of his knife? Is that kind of craziness? Yeah. So despite the whole Stanley thing, I feel like when Jovi drops, and especially if he drops and the song is like a killer, people will be like, you know what, all is forgiven. In fact, all is forgotten, not just forgiven, but forgotten. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's that. Yeah. So the whole Stanley thing, I would say, although some people were like, where's the proof? And some people did not believe it. Like, did he actually call Jovi? Show us the proof. I believed it. I believed he called Jovi, and the response was not very positive. But honestly, I'll tell you, I didn't expect that much. Yeah, it's not like I'm not throwing shade at Jovi. It's just like, that this is somebody's personality. I just know that that's Jovi's personality. So it's like, if I don't know, I'll be more surprised if somebody tells me that Jovi called Stanley. I'll be more surprised if somebody tells me that Jovi makes that kind of friendly move. I'll be surprised. It'll be nice. It'll be nice, extremely nice. I mean, I will probably pop champagne on that day, but there are some kind of characteristics or some kind of things, updates about Jovi, which doesn't really surprise me. Like when he said that thing about his baby mama, and I was like, I don't know. For me, I felt like it was mean for him to say what he said, but it's not, I was not like, how could he say that? Nah, yeah. So I don't know. Jovi is Jovi. Jovi is who he is, and people like him mostly for his music. People like him mostly for his music. Yeah, they don't like him because of his personality. People don't like him because of the nice things he says or the nice things he doesn't say. People like him because he produces dope music. And if he continues producing dope music, I think people will keep on being willing to forgive his shortcomings, I guess. Um, Stanley is trolling. Don't you think so? You think Stanley was just trolling? You think he never actually made the call? I don't know. It might be like this entertainers like this. Sometimes they say things, and you're like, I don't know. You don't know what to believe because at the end of the day, showbiz is like everybody wants the most attention. Everybody is fighting for the most attention. How much attention can I get today? That's like the entertainment motto. What can I do today? How much can I troll to get the most attention? So I don't know. It might be he's trolling. It might be he actually made the call. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. The lighting now is perfect. Okay, awesome. Yeah. So I closed the blinds because yeah, the sun was reflecting. Fans hope so. Yeah. Fans hope so. I like hoping it's not the last. I don't think it's the last either. I don't think it's the last. I don't think Jovi will leave. It's Ambe. Ambe made that threat some time back and he didn't leave. Then one more of Jovi. Like Jovi has a label. He's not just a musician, he's a producer. He has a whole company, lifestyle built around music. Then he leaves. Mm-mm. A whole movement, a whole brand. Nah. Mm-mm. Because if that was true, that is some uncool move. Yeah, okay, I guess the fans hope it wasn't true. Mhm. Yeah, but honestly, I was reading under the comment of Stanley's tweet, and a lot of Jovi fans, I would say, I don't think they really cared much. I don't think they cared much about Jovi not responding to Stanley. I think I saw comments which made it seem like blaming Stanley. So I think many of Jovi fans were like, we don't care. Wow, even respond to you. I think a lot of them were into throwing shade at Stanley, but like I know there is a group of Jovi fans who always hope that Jovi would be a bigger guy. They always hope that Jovi will be live up to the grand fair expectation. Like he would take the high road. Yeah, I guess that group hoped he wouldn't have done what he did, but yeah, it is what it is. Um, I don't know what happened. The road to reply in Carl Denero's diss track. This is first in history. An artist comes out with this, and at the end of the day, everyone gives excuses to reply to Carl Denero. Yeah, yeah. I think it's the very thing which I think we mentioned above of somebody not wanting to let you in because like just for example, just imagine somebody like Sarkodie or Calligraph Jones responds to Carl Denero. His fan base, they get to go on Google and say, okay, who is Carl Denero? Okay, let's check out his other content on YouTube, and they find out, okay, this content is actually dope content. You see, it's like we don't want to give you that attention because we know if our fans get to know about you, then they are probably going to love you, and we don't want our fans to fall in love with you in that way. Yeah. So it's Yeah, so it's basically that for me. I think that that's what happened. It's like these people don't want to give, they don't want to mention his name. Is the very reason why they didn't respond to his this is the very reason why when Carl De Niro did the collaboration with Sarkodie never shared the collaboration. That's the very reason. It's just the same thing. It's just we don't want to let you in. But like Carl said, he's not asking for anybody's permission. He's getting in. Let them not reply when Carl packs stadiums in their hometowns. They will reply then. Exactly, exactly. That's it. And the crazy thing is, you go under this video, you see people from Kenya, people from Ghana, people from Nigeria commenting and like, this is dope stuff. We like this. So it's not a far reach to say Carl De Niro pack stadiums in their home countries, and then they will respond. I just wonder how that will play out. Will Carl respond to them, or will Carl say, you didn't respond to me then, so I will only respond to you now? I don't know. But I remember during the interview with Carl De Niro, he was like, he'll always respond. If a rapper comes at him and he feels like, okay, these are good punchlines and what you said made sense, he doesn't care how big or small you are, he'll respond. I think it's the same thing like when he responded to Lyrica Jones, a lot of people were like, Lyrica Joe, sorry, not Jones. When he responded to Lyrica Joe, a lot of people were like, why did you respond to him? This is just an upcoming rapper. Why are you responding to this dude? So, but he was like, that's the rap game, that's the sport, right? You don't say, okay, because this person is too young, or because this person is just getting in the game. Nah. I'll respond to you because you came at me. I'm going to respond. So I think if they come at him, then he will respond. Then, yeah. They will reply or do a collabo soon. Either way, they will seek out the it is hip hop a competitive sport. Ronaldo will kill a team and play for the team the next year, and the fans will love him. That's just it. That's just it. Hip hop is a sport. It's a sport. It's like Carl De Niro dissed their favorite rappers, and you're like, okay, what did he say about Calligraph Jones? Then you go and listen to what he said, and then you vibe to it, and then you start playing for that team, and then you start rooting for that team, and like you're now for the Carl De Niro team. It's like a sport. It's like we let's take an example from Ghana, Manifest and Sarkodie. After they did, it was the choosing, right? I think that was the name of that track, choosing. Then after the choosing stuff, they had some falling out, they dissed each other. Then they collaborated several years after in brown paper bag. That's the game. And I'm sure there are probably there are diehard Sarkodie fans, diehard Manifest fans who probably picked a side. Then after that, they had to collaborate. They were like, you know what, they are back together. We love them together. And now we are rooting for both of them. Yeah. So it is what it is. It is what it is. And I like when talking to Carl, you get the sense this is a highly determined person. This is a very determined person. This is not somebody who plans to back down anytime soon, because the hate keeps on coming, and it's to be expected. It's to be expected. I mean, this is just me on Chakara TV making a video reporting. Oh, let me say this one more time. Reporting about something that happened and giving my opinion, which everybody's entitled to. On Chakara TV, we have the Just My Opinion podcast, which on that podcast you just need to go under the comment section and you see the hate, you see the overload of hate. Yeah. So this is just people, both of us giving our opinion on certain matters, and then you see the hate coming. What more of Carl De Niro dedicating a whole song, creating. This is not his opinion or whatever. This is his creation, right? On Chakara TV, we just review and report the news. He's his creation, and he uses his creativity to diss a rapper. So one more of that. The hate is definitely expected. So the hate is coming in. He's getting that hate, but I don't think he's letting that slow him down, because he's a smart guy, and I think he knew the hate was coming. Yeah, he knew the hate was coming. He knew I'm taking this direction, and this direction I'm taking right now will lead to a lot of hate, but he still decided to take the direction. So I think he's ready for it, and I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. Besides, he has a lot of like he just dropped the Lost Tapes, and he has a lot of project which seems it's just now that a lot of Africa, a lot of other parts of Africa are getting to know about Carl De Niro. It's just now that a lot of people are getting to know about Carl De Niro, and he has a lot of projects which he could bring back to life, which even it's 10 years old, like some of the tracks on the Lost Days, people will still vibe to right now. So I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. So and if he keeps on going in that consistent direction, then he's definitely going to pack stadiums in those countries, and those artists are definitely going to want collaborations with him, and they will definitely be sharing it on their timelines then. Let me see. The reason I love King B, the first interviews I listened to on Chakra TV, the way he responded to the interview, finally, I like him. This rapper says, um, rapper, no day Cameroon. You get big Oliver. You get big liver. Oh, I love it. Yeah. This rapper say rapper no day Cameroon. You get big liver. Oh, yeah. So that reminds me, there's going to be a reaction video which I did with this guy DKA from DKA Entertainment YouTube channel. You probably have watched it if you're in the if you love review content, reaction videos and stuff. He does mostly that on his channel. So I did a video with him, and we reacted to a cipher from Cameroon. And he's a Ghanaian, and I think he has even had Lyrical Joe on his platform, and he likes to throw shade at Jovi and stuff. And yeah, so I did a reaction video with him presently editing it, and yeah, so you guys will check that out. The cipher, several Cameroonians rappers on that cipher who really killed it, and so your comment just brought this to mind. Like you say, rappers are not in Cameroon. I was like, okay. Lyrica Joe said it. You're a Lyrica Joe fan. Maybe you believed him. I don't know, but just check this out. Just check this out. Tell me, like, do you also think rappers are not in Cameroon? And spoiler, he doesn't anymore. Spoiler, he doesn't anymore. Yeah. So I think that cipher and so much more. He also mentioned getting to know more about King B, and yeah, definitely all that has changed their mind about not having rappers in Cameroon. Like that's absurd. So yeah. So King B, that's the beauty. Responding to your comment again, that's the beauty about interviews. It's like with interviews, especially the kind of interviews we do on Chakra TV, long form interviews. I remember when we started doing Celeb Tell All, it was like straight to the point answers and questions just like that. But now with this kind of podcast format, which always brings the interview to like 1 hour long interview, we always you could get to know somebody with no rush, right? He expresses himself, how lengthy the expression is, with no rush. You get to really know King B. Yeah, so it gives you a fan, not just it gives you a fan a deeper look into the personality. So you don't just get to be a fan of the music anymore. You get to be a fan of his personality too. So yeah, I know a lot of comments were like this, like watching this interview, we got to know more about King B, and we love him even more. I mean, same thing under the Carl De Niro interview, or the Bokiro interview, or the Boy Tak interview, or the so several interviews which we have done on Chakra TV. It's always that I think even the Montez interview, one of the first podcast format interview we did, a lot of people were like, watching this interview, we get to know more. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I guess this is crazy. This is crazy. I didn't think I'll make up to 30 minutes here. Honestly, I didn't think I'll make up to 30 minutes. Mindful of the fact that, like I said from the beginning, this is the first time I'm going live on my own. Daily B, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for being here. So I was just telling these guys that like I'm always used to having Daily B, like I could have breaks in my thoughts before I speak, but doing it on my own, I felt so much pressure. I remember like before I even hit the go live, I was like, just hit it, go live, just do it. I even wanted to cancel at one point in time, but I didn't, and I'm happy I didn't. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here. It has been awesome. It has been incredible, and mostly because of your comments. Honestly, what the material I came with for this live session wouldn't have gotten me up to 30 minutes. I'm telling you, 30 minutes would have been me just repeating myself. Yeah. But you guys came in, you guys tuned in, and your comments and everything brought up more things. And we ended up talking about Pan Africanism. We ended up talking about Carl Dennery and how he's taking over Jovi, almost about to drop his tracks, about to drop his fit album, which he said he would be his last, but we don't think so. And him not responding to Stanley, which disappointed some of us. We're going to talk about a lot. So thank you guys for all that. Emmanuel says those kind of Jovi fans will explain on Judgment Day. Oh my God. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm telling you, some fans are crazy, but I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Honestly, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because sometimes I'll say, okay, be a fan, be somebody who is like a die-hard fan, be like, I remember one episode with Deli B, and on the Contrast podcast, and we're talking about how like beehives, like if somebody who is really a Beyonce fan, like beehive, like don't get on their nerve, don't get on their nerve. And I remember somebody on Twitter saying, beehive can make you hate Beyonce for no reason. Like I remember I even saw one tweet which was like, Beyonce, when she dropped her Black is King, someone was like, Beyonce makes me very proud to be on the same earth with her. Beyonce, like sometimes the beehive says stuff which you're like, that's too much. Yeah. So sometimes I feel like I'm a bit conflicted about it. Is it a good thing for of an artist to have that kind of die-hard fans who are like, you know what, you can do no wrong, you can do no wrong, and if a brand goes against you, we are going to fight for you. So that way, you even get more brand deals, because brands will be like, okay, you can easily influence your fans to love us too, right? So I don't know if it's a good thing, but I would say it might be a good thing for the artist's business, but it might not be a good thing for the artist's ego. It might not be a good thing for the artist as an individual, because it's crazy if you have people who just support your every craziness, your good or your bad. They're just like, you can do no wrong. Oh, you did this, is that person's fault. It's crazy. It's crazy. It might be good for your business, but it might not be good for you as an individual. So yeah, I don't know. But sometimes I get conflicted. Like, is it even good for your business? Because don't you want people to be able to be honest, to tell you you're not making the right moves for your business? Because I feel like sometimes these fans too, even when you're making the wrong moves for your business, and even when other people call you out that you're making the wrong moves for your business, these fans will still be like, no, he's good, he's okay. And they don't want people to say, even correct you, even positive criticism, because like I believe what we do on the Just My Opinion podcast is positive criticism. But sometimes Jovi fans, when they watch it, if we say anything negative about Jovi, it's like, how dare you dare? Like I remember somebody like, I'm subscribing right now. How could you say this stuff? But it wasn't we hate Jovi. It wasn't Jovi. Who is Jovi? Jovi is not talented. It was Jovi is talented, but we felt like he did this and this and this and this, which he needs to change. But they felt like we should not even mention that he needs to change anything. They felt like we should not even talk about change and Jovi in one sentence, which I felt was kind of absurd. So it's like, I don't know how good that is. I don't know how it might be good for your business, but it might not be good for your business, because these people don't call you out on things which they should be calling you out on. But then again, is that what fans are for? Fans might be just for fanning your flames, right? Fans, they are fans just to fan your flame, so they might not be the ones to call you out of stuff. So I don't know. I'm a little bit conflicted about that. You guys tell me what you think. Yeah. Anyway, I've made conclusive statements several times. Then a comment comes, and I'm like, oh, what did he say? Oh, react to that. I'm having so much fun talking to you guys now. Mindful of the fact that I didn't even want to come live. I did not want to come live. I had to mentally psych myself, like, do it. hit that like button, hit that like button. And now I'm live and I don't want to shut up. But anyway, guys, I have to go now. I have to go. Thank you. This is almost 1 hour, 30 minutes. I'm happy we got this far. And I don't know. I don't know. I might do this often. I might do this on weekends. I don't know. It just depends. You guys let me know if you want to see more of this. And thank you guys once more. Thank you. I've said this several times. You guys made this fun. I enjoy talking to you guys. So thank you. And have a great what is today? Monday. Today's Monday. Have a great week. Have a great month, and see you guys next live on the next video. Bye, guys.